With 10 goals and 4 assists in 17 games, Xavi Simons is absolutely unstoppable this season. The 19-year-old Dutchman made a surprising move this summer by leaving Paris Saint-Germain on a free for Dutch club PSV Eindhoven, playing as a centre-forward, right-winger or attacking midfielder under coach Ruud van Nistelrooy. Simons is an important asset in the young PSV team. His dribbles, dangerous through balls and scoring ability gives many defenders nightmares. And his flashy start has not gone unnoticed. National team coach Louis van Gaal has included Simons in his provisional squad for the World Cup in Qatar, where he can show his qualities on the big stage. Despite his young age, Xavi Simons has been in the spotlight for many years, being an Instagram star since his childhood. With 4.2 million followers, the Dutchman has been closely followed by fans all over the world since he joined La Masia, age 7. Since then, many people see him as the next big thing in football. However, a lot of people weren't sure if he would ever live up to these heavy expectations. Being under such pressure from a young age could also backfire to the young Xavi Simons. Especially the last 2 seasons, people expected the teenager to fail, having to compete with the likes of Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, and Neymar for a spot in the first 11 while his former La Masia teammates, Elish Moriba, Ansu Fati, and Pablo Gavi are breaking through at the highest level. Let's talk about the rise, fall, and resurrection of Xavi Simons. But first, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free and you can always change your mind later. Let's start with the beginning. Xavier Quentin Shea Simons was born on the 21st day of April 2003 to his father, Regilio Simons, and mother, Peggy Simons, in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. His father, a former football player, named his son after Xavi Hernandez. When Xavi was 3 years old, he moved to the Spanish village Rojales, near Alicante. There, Xavi played for local club CD Fado. Xavi's football talent was discovered quickly, and Villarreal recruited the midfielder. However, because his father was not happy with the fact that his son played football between players who were 3 years older, the cooperation came to an end after a year. The young midfielder had nevertheless excelled and convinced scouts from all over the world at only 6 years old. Eventually, Xavi and his father chose for the club where the player he was named after played, FC Barcelona. Simons became a sensation in the youth of Barcelona, won the Ballon d'Or several times for the best youth player, and signed a contract with Nike. More often than not, Simons has appeared in the weekly top 5 of the greatest Barcelona youth goals. The attention in and around Barcelona for the youth player with signature blonde curls grew to unprecedented heights, on the street, around matches, and especially on social media. Xavi Simons' talent and fame was quickly noticed by Mino Raiola, who took him under his wing since he was 13. 3 years later, a 16-year-old Xavi Simons is still one of the biggest talents of La Masia and is about to sign his first professional contract with FC Barcelona. But the negotiations did not go too smoothly. Raiola wanted Xavi Simons to join Barcelona B, Barcelona's second team coached by Victor Valdés. On the other hand, Barcelona wanted to aim a little lower by keeping Xavi in the under-17 team, but assured that if Xavi was ready, he could certainly break through the first team. But the fact that hardly any La Masia talents have broken through the first team in the last 8 years did not build any confidence for Simons and Raiola. Players like Gerard Deulofeu, Mauro Icardi, Carlos Alina, Dani Olmo and Adama Traoré have all left the club in the early stage of their career due to a lack of opportunity, while Barcelona keeps signing players instead of giving the academy boys a chance. Another item which caused discord were the salary demands of Xavi Simons. Barcelona offered Simons a €200,000 per year contract, which would have made him one of the best paid academy players of all time. But it wasn't enough for Simons. A place where you can get enough is Paris Saint-Germain. PSG offered the Dutchman a very lucrative contract of €1 million per year. After the Qatari takeover in 2011, PSG have invested heavily in their youth facilities, producing top-class players such as Presnel Kimpembe, Alphonse Areola, and Adrien Rabiot, who all have broken into the first team. These combined factors were convincing enough for Xavi to leave Barcelona after 9 years and join Paris Saint-Germain. Xavi performed well in the youth team, scoring 17 goals and assisting 29 in 66 appearances for PSG under-19s and under-21s. Everything looked on track when Mauricio Pochettino handed him his PSG debut at the age of 17. Surrounded by superstars and the world's most expensively assembled squad, with a manager with a track record of developing young players, the stage looked perfectly set for Simons to unlock his potential. Not long after his 18th birthday, Simons showed some flashes of quality in last summer's pre-season, hinting at an increased first-team role in Pochettino's squad for the 2021-22 campaign. Xavi continued to make 9 appearances for PSG, giving his first assist against lower league Vannes in the Coupe de France back in early January. But just as it looked like Simons was about to break through, things haven't gone quite to plan since. Simons played again in the following round of the Coupe de France, coming off the bench as a late substitute against Nice, and he had the confidence to step up to the penalty spot when the shootout went to sudden death. But his spot kick was saved and the Parisians suffered a shock exit. At the end of the season, totaled just 127 minutes in PSG's Ligue 1 campaign, making next to no impact in a title victory that was so effortless it almost felt by default. In the under-19s, on the other hand, Xavi Simons shined in the UEFA Youth League, setting up 3 goals in a 4-1 victory over RB Leipzig's under-19s, and averaging a goal or assist every 61 minutes in the competition. And so, another season has passed in which Simons has demonstrated his incredible potential, while still not quite realizing it at the senior level. With limited chances for PSG, people doubted if Xavi would ever live up to the heavy expectations. That's until the summer of 2022. His contract at the Parc des Princes expired at the end of June, and while his representatives said that discussions for an extension were on the right track, rumors started to spread that Xavi Simons may leave the club. Clubs like Rangers and even his former club, Barcelona, were in the race for his signature. But Xavi chose for a surprising move to Dutch club PSV Eindhoven. On his first day at the club, Xavi said, "Of course PSV is a big club. The ambition expressed by the coach has made me even more excited. I know how he wants me to play. I'm at a point in my career where I have to start making minutes. I can do that here. I'm ready and I want to prove myself." And that's exactly what he did. Xavi Simons has made a huge impact on the play of PSV. He scored on his official debut in the Dutch Super Club final against Ajax and averages 1.11 goal or assists per game. Xavi Simons is really enjoying all the game time he gets and looks back on track of becoming one of the greatest footballers of his generation. With the World Cup coming next month, who knows if we see him shine at the World Cup? Who would have thought that 2 years ago? Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like on the video and feel free to subscribe to the channel.